told me was on the left. You get in there and see what you can shoot. Those two longbeards just gobbled that we were on yesterday up here. Today, me and Mike are in this little blind that Pentecost built. Those turkeys were out in front of us right here in this little food plot yesterday. They went straight to it when they flew down. They just gobbled. They're darn near in the same spot they were yesterday. So we should be in a good position. I mean, we worked them around that ridge yesterday for 2.5 hours. They went all the way around it and ended up right back here 3 different times. There they are. That's the 2. They're in the same spot that they were yesterday. Turkeys again today. Same ones, I'm betting. Bird just flew down. That wasn't in front of us though, was it? No, it sounded like it was either over here or back behind us. I'm gonna lay off and let Mike. Yeah. Because I don't want him to come out in that road at 75 yards and stop. And just look up here and not see her. Does the road go out that way? Yeah. It goes right up to him. Another one just flew down. Up there? Yep. Straight ahead of us. I see one of them, Mike. Do you? Yep. 100 yards out, right up the ridge. Not on the road, he's actually in the timber. Okay. Very straight. See him up there? No, I can't see him. Way over the edge. I hear him walking. Or something walking. to get back out to the right again. Okay. Now he's in line with the hand. I'd rather him raise his head. He ain't gonna leave her.
You got him, Mike. What a shot, buddy. Man. It don't get better than that, does it?
God, dog, man.
It don't get better than that.
Man, that looker just stood there and stood. And when you said he was laying down, I was like, what did he? I didn't hear what you said. And I saw him lay down. I was like, how many times did he do that?
Twice. He literally laid down in front of that other one. I mean, I was afraid that you couldn't see him because that little hump.
Look, I could have killed the looker if he had just taken 2 steps.
Yep.
I could have killed him.
I mean, I don't know how long they've been standing there strutting, but I bet you it's been half an hour.
Yeah.
That was kind of a rodeo trying to get him killed.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because Mike said in the truck, he's like, film guy needs to be on the right, Hunter needs to be on the left because of that hump. If I were going to hunt here again, I'd come and knock that hump down.
Yeah. First one of 25 for you.
Yes. First day in the woods.
Man.
First Alabama turkey, too.
Really? That's your first Alabama turkey?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, we chased those rascals around that ridge, like I was telling you, for 3 hours yesterday. That was just awesome to get to watch them do that for a half an hour.
It had started getting really pretty the last 10 minutes once that sun got above that ridge.
The footage of him coming down there into that sun,
yeah,
strutting like that. Sorry guys, this camera's shaking. It's because I am. Now that I'm sitting up, they weren't quite as far as I thought they were.
I thought that pine to the right of him was 40, so he's what, 43?
Yeah.
Something like that ish.
Yeah. Here's our little setup right there. A couple double pines and a little hump that Mike built for Mr. Terry to sit in. They come right down there, right down central.
I try to put every feather back in place. It's a futile exercise.
He's about as pretty as they come, though.
Yeah, he is. Gosh, now looking back at that hump, that he stood right there for 30 minutes.
Yeah, and the hill kind of rolls over right there.
Yeah.
So it's hard to see, but I'm going to show y'all what the turkey could see. Basically from his perspective right here. You can see our little pine line there on the left, and Mike's talking about that hump on the right.
Yeah, to the right.
And that's why we got to film him for so long, because he just could not see them, and I could. Mike, give me some interesting details about these turkeys. People ask all the time about what those caruncles are, or those little bumps on their head.
Yep. Yeah, so if you look at their head, you've got the snood, obviously their bill. These are major caruncles, and basically these are ornamentation. They also allow heat dissipation. So if you look at a turkey's densely feathered, so they can overheat. So these caruncles in their head lacking feathers allows heat dissipation when it gets very hot. And these are minor caruncles. You see the ear canal. They obviously don't have a flap on their ear like we do, but they have 2 external ear canals. Interestingly enough, with turkeys, those ears hear independently. So sound travels in this ear, registers to the brain, sound travels in this ear, registers to the brain, and they work independently, which allows the bird to determine distance and direction of sound, which is one of the reasons that turkeys have such an uncanny ability to pinpoint sound.
A lot of people call those major caruncles at the bottom wattles.
Yeah.
But that's not what they're called.
They're not wattles. Yeah, they're not. Turkeys aren't chickens. Those are caruncles. Obviously, is beard. One interesting thing about turkeys is they have between 5,000 and 6,000 feathers on their body, depending on the time of year and where they are at in their molting sequence. But the feathers are arranged in tracks, and you can actually see that here.
you can see a separating line between two tracks. So if you kind of
get there, I can see it a little
you
better.
work in, you can see there's bare skin.
Yeah.
Where two tracks are meeting. And when turkeys molt, within these tracks, they are never going to lose all of the feathers within a certain part of their body. So turkeys start molting after the spring reproductive season. So this Tom, had he survived, he would start molting at the end of the spring, and he would lose feathers sequenced in a way to where he's never flightless, that he always has contour feathers on his body, which are these feathers here, that weatherproof him and allow him to withstand the elements. So turkeys are interesting in that, unlike say ducks will become flightless when they molt, right? Turkeys don't do that. And they also, when they replace feathers, they do it in a way, for instance, they'll replace two feathers that are bilateral and symmetric, meaning feathers that are the same. So in other words, say on their tail fan, they may lose this outside feather and they'll lose that other outside feather and replace those. The iridescence is to me one of the more interesting parts of their feathers, and it's just, no matter how you look at a turkey's feathers, they look different, right? Based on light, the angle, and that's just light refracting off of the feathers, which is really cool. Beautiful animals, for sure.
What can you tell about their wing feathers? Can you tell age or gender, anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell their age based just on these last primaries. If they're barred all the way to the tip, meaning the white barring goes all the way to the tip, then they're adult. But that's about all you can tell.
Does that go for both male and female?
It does. Yep.
Okay, so if you see a female turkey, which is harder to tell if one is a juvenile or an adult, if they don't have that barring going down, they're
she's a young of the year bird. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Just like a Jake would be.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, they'll just have this tip would be black.
Okay.
Instead of barred. You can see these covert feathers. So these are their primary feathers, and these are their secondary feathers, and these are called coverts, meaning it covers the base. So if you dig into the base of this feather, it's actually originating just above the base of the primaries and the secondaries, and it coverts, meaning to cover. And if you look, turkey feathers, unless they're a bit out of place, this bird obviously has some damage on him from being shot, but if you look, the feathers are supposed to lay like shingles on a roof, and that allows the bird to be weatherproof, waterproof, shed water. And if most turkey hunters have seen this, turkeys, when they get wet, they like to come out in openings, they like to shake off, they like to preen, and what they're doing is they're straightening and flattening those feathers out to where they lay like shingles, and that allows that water to just sheet right off.
So those feathers are pretty dang important to the survival of the bird.
Critically important. Yep. Anytime you get to sit in the presence of this bird is a good day. It's a great day. Yep. And we got a show, that's for sure.
Yes, sir.
Flying squirrel, baby. Flying squirrel. Thank you.
Did they both come down there?
Oh yeah.
Both of them?
You weren't lying about that little hump.
I told you.
The little hump probably, I'm 53, but I'm 55 and a half now, because it cost me about 2 years off my life.
But you didn't think
They would not come out from behind that hump.
I told you.
Finally, after what, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
So they were right there, drumming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Never gobbled one time on the ground.
I put that mustard on you.
Well, when you called that last time, she broke and started coming up, and he said, "Hey, the hen's walking to us," and that he come on. Pretty down in there.
Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Well, that's it for this video, guys. We appreciate you watching. Be sure to tune back into the channel here in the next few days. We're going to have calling tips with Mike Pentecost. and a research update from the Alabama and Kentucky projects with Mike Chamberlain and Patrick Whiteman. We'll see y'all on the next one.